have not written anything even in my journals about what I have.
Good afternoon, Tops. Happy Wednesday. Whew. Man, I won't lie. My nerves, my anxiety, my just intense jittering today has been on a high. I am supposed to find out about this job opportunity today, and I feel like I'm in high school again and waiting to hear if I've been accepted into universities. It's the worst feeling in the world, but also I'm trying to remain open to it and embracing the waves that it comes in. Uh, I know before I would try to numb myself, and now I'm just in it, and oof, she's in it for sure. But on a brighter note, I finished the brand guidelines for the artist studio. That is the last asset that I needed to do, so I'm extremely happy. I can't sing, but I like to add a little song here and there. But yeah, the brand guidelines are done. That's the remaining asset. I'm just gonna take a little break from it and then review it, see if there's any changes that need to be made, and sending it out to the client. And once that is sent, this project is complete. Yeah. I'm really happy. I'm excited to now show you guys the full visual system that I've created for the artist studio. And whenever they launch the space, I will take photos and videos to share with you guys. In terms of reading, I got to sit down and just dive into My Lover the Rabbi by Wayne Koestenbaum. Kosten, Kostenbaum. Baum. Koestenbaum. Koestenbaum. I'll correct myself and add a little caption below. Um, but yeah, I got to do a big chunk of reading last night. I felt so happy. It was nice to just kind of dive into Kostenbaum's book and really get to see the kind of relationship our narrator has with the rabbi. It's so poetic and it's so sexy, but it's also very, I don't know, it puts into perspective a lot of questions of like, why are we attracted to certain types of people? Why why is love so strange? And then also, why are the most, I don't want to say ugly, but why are the most unbeautiful people also sometimes the most angry? Um, and that's more so because the way our narrator interacts with the rabbi feels so aggressive towards them, and he always kind of makes them feel less than. And sometimes the descriptions of the rabbi feel that he's not the most handsome of men, but yet he's pulling these rich finance daddies and um, uh, these international twinks, and I'm just like, okay, then clearly, like, this man has game, but he's also kind of a little bit villainized, and I'm curious to know kind of how Koestenbaum will play out their relationship, but also if we'll get to see more information about the rabbi. I wanted to kind of read out a little thing that I fell in love with last night, which is a conversation between our narrator and the rabbi. Did my dick look passable, respectable, when seen in the distance under the harsh, unflattering stage lights in the substandard theater. Your equipment looked passable. Did it look talented and precocious? No. It looked pedestrian, predictable, though passable. I loved the way Koestenbaum has that dialect between the narrator and the rabbi. It feels so playful, but also so honest, where it's like the rabbi just feels less of a villain and more so that they are just direct. And maybe that was due to their upbringing or whatever ways that they got to this point in their life. And I'm loving the development of the characters, and I'm loving how much we're seeing them grow, but we also don't really know how long they've been together or if they're going to break up. And so there's so much excitement going forward into the narrative. But yeah, that's the big update on My Lover the Rabbi. And other than that, I am now going to go read for the rest of the day. I made myself a little cup of coffee. Definitely does not help the anxiety that I already have, but it is what it is. And then my mom and I are going to get some dinner, and that's it. I hope you tops have a fantastic Wednesday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.
To LA, and I have finally finished it. So there are 4 seasons for the 4 books, and
Good afternoon, tops. Happy Wednesday, or no, happy Thursday. Yes, it is Thursday. The week is almost done. Feeling it. We're excited. I'm ready for the weekend. So, yeah, let's get into it. I'm not gonna update you guys on reading. The book is pretty big, so I'm just gonna postpone until I have a bigger section done of My Lover the Rabbi today. But I am enjoying it, and I find the writing to be so evocative. If you hear noises, Yuki has a water bottle toy that he absolutely adores, but it makes the most amount of noise, and sometimes in the most inconvenient times. But we push through, and we love him even if he makes continuous noises. Where was I at? My Lover the Rabbi. Yes, absolutely loving it. I'm finding that the writing is so sexy, and Koestenbaum has such a way of tethering words together that is, I don't know, for me as someone who wants to evolve my writing, definitely want to kind of look into his craft and how he got to this point and building these beautiful sentence structures. In terms of day-to-day life, there has been no update on the job. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, no update on the job. I was very nervous, and those nerves caused me to feel nauseous all day yesterday and anxious, and that anticipation was just horrible. But we're done. We'll wait and see what happens. He found another water bottle. This is the life of having a dog. They just make noises when you want them to be relatively calm and quiet. But yeah, That's the update on the job. 1 second. Okay, no more water bottles. And I calmed Yuki down. So, yeah, that's the big update on the job. I'm just waiting. And I will send an email on Monday kind of asking and following up. In terms of periodical, made massive progress. I emailed the printers asking for a quote. The spreads for the essay and interior pages are almost done. I've started kind of drawing a lot more again, so I'm adding personalized illustrations into the zine. Big steps, big steps. I also created a post on the periodical Instagram, trying to find ways to kind of like queer publishing a little bit more and introducing the body. So I created a post asking people to submit their nudes to become a to scale bookmark. So we will see what happens. I hope there's some submissions because I feel like that would be a nice little surprise element to add into the zine itself. What else can I update you guys on? I sent the brand guidelines today in the morning. And so the artist studio brand project is done, complete, it's finished. It is now with the client, and so I am officially free from any work again. But it's okay. I think some downtime will be great, especially because I just want to read and kind of keep sketching. My art and curation class has been going so well. I love the class. I love just the readings that we're getting. I love trying to kind of I love discussions about art and queerness, but also it's interesting because I'm the only person that's a graphic designer in the class, and my perception of queerness and curation is very different from all the others who are curators and art historians and just artists in general. And so it's interesting to see the dynamic, but also kind of what I bring into the class. But I'm really enjoying it. I love it. There's some phenomenal readings that maybe I'll share some links with you guys down below. And then I was supposed to start my publication class today. I missed the first class because time difference, and I'm not really good at figuring that out. But it's recorded, so I will listen and make notes for the first episode. From the first class, sorry. And yeah, those are kind of the big updates. Yuki and I had a really nice walk in the morning. It's been starting to feel like spring, minus the gloomy-ish days, but spring is slowly on its way here. And yeah, I'm excited. Other than that, I feel like I'm just going to read for the rest of the day and enjoy myself. I hope you guys have a fantastic Thursday, and I will see you later, tops. Bye.
Definition of heteronormativity. And I want you to think where this
in that happening, I have realized that I really possibly, surprise, not surprised at all, I definitely overthink the process. So
floppy top.
What? I almost dropped my phone.
Show the feet, show the feet.
Hold on. How do we show feet on this? How do I flip this? There's a flip button.
Grace has a friend Kenzie who lives real on this part.
Good afternoon. Happy Monday, Tops. Yeah. I thought I would jump on and recap how the weekend was. Friday, I met up with my friend Michael and we went to a photography. Whoops! And we went to a ceramics exhibition at the Gardner, which is located here in Toronto. And it was really nice because it's a grad show for my prof. She was finishing her ceramics degree, and so we went to go support her. We got to see some really beautiful work, had some great conversations, and yeah, that was Friday. On Saturday, I had my ceramics class. I made an accidental wavy plate. Also, if you hear the squeaky toy, I apologize. Yuki has been in a playing mood, so yeah, please bear with me. And ceramics class was the only thing that I had on for Saturday. And then Sunday, Yuki had his nail appointment. I had Orthodox Easter with my parents for lunch, and then I went over to Andrew's and we watched Monarch. We watched the new Euphoria episode, and yeah, I have some thoughts, I have some feelings about Euphoria. I feel like they really didn't need season 3, but hey, they are not asking me, so we get what we get. I don't know. I find that some of the characters just don't feel thought out as they did in the first 2 seasons, but I'm willing to give it a chance and to see how it kind of expands, because I do want the story to kind of finally come to an end. In terms of reading, I'm halfway through My Lover the Rabbi by Wayne Koestenbaum. I am so enthralled with this book. I love the relationship that our narrator has with the rabbi, and just so much of the relationship feels like degradation kink or a worship kink. And it's so interesting how the levels are starting to unfold, and we're really starting to see kind of the backstory of the rabbi, but also kind of like even more tidbits of the narrator themselves. I'm finding it really fascinating because it's bringing up questions of attraction, like why are we attracted to certain types of people, but also questions of how do we show up for those that we may feel that we start to build kind of like chosen family relations to. It's really interesting. It's really fascinating. I'm also just, it's so kind of like heartbreaking because as the reader, you see that the rabbi's character is so toxic to our narrator. He puts him down. He also craves him. And so it feels like he's on this emotional roller coaster of a relationship, and we're just begging our narrator to be like, hey, I know you're drawn to this guy, but he's not making you the best version of yourself right now, and we don't want that for you. But we will see how it plays out. I'm looking forward to kind of finishing it. I am taking my time with it, so you will have another week of My Lover the Rabbi with me. I'm being slow with it because it has more of a poetic feel to it. So the lines, I really want to kind of dissect, and I really try to sit with it versus kind of like letting it pass through. And then Monday, we're here now. Life update. I did not get the job, unfortunately. I found out today at 9:30. The recruiter emailed me. And yeah, we talked on the phone for a little bit. The agency really liked me. They liked my work. They liked my personality. They just felt that maybe I was too structured of a person to fit into their kind of chaos environment. So that was the feedback that the recruiter gave me, which felt kind of devastating to receive, because it wasn't really feedback for me to improve on. It was more so that they kind of decided for me based on what they noticed about me. I'm back. But yeah, that one devastated me. I'm very sad. And there are parts of me that do feel thankful for the opportunity and grateful that I got to make it to the top 2 candidates. But it's hard. A month of interviews, only to be told that you're too structured. Yeah. It's slightly devastating, and I'm trying really hard not to be hard on myself and be like, you fucked it up again, it's all your fault, blah blah blah, but it is what it is, and it's out of my control. But I'm just in my feels about it. It's also just relatively fresh, so yeah, that's why. But yeah, I did get to meet up with my friend Ness afterwards. We got coffee, we got to do a little tarot reading, a little journaling, a little sketching, a little reading. It was nice to just have that little moment with them and play catch up. I love them truly, and I think they were just the right energy that I needed in that moment. So I'm very thankful for them, and I love them dearly. And there's some beautiful clips that I've included of them from our little coffee date. And then I had a call with the guys at the artist studio. You also can follow them now. They are live, the artist studio _Toronto. The brand work that I did for them is now fully visible, so I'm very, very excited and very, very, very grateful that that project is now available. But yeah, that's kind of the recap. I hope you tops have a fantastic Monday, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Okay, please let me know what you've been reading, what you've been watching, and what you've been listening to. I'll see you soon. Bye.
A red evening sunset. The species has that. He opened the door, walked into the room, and sat down. The species has that. But we have not had a sunset described like a